What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 139. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by the Dress Fear Master, the Dominant himself, Bryant.
Live from Platinum City.
And we got the fanboy himself, the Moogle, Phaneckswhy.
What's up? What's up?
Great shirt.
I know, love the shirt. And then we got Cabbage Man himself, Mr. Ash Destroyer.
Cabbage Man.
Yeah, he's got a new title.
Can you not
now.
hear us?
Oh, he's
His camera. Oh,
I thought he was frozen too.
His camera's
Ash,
frozen.
do you hear us? No, I think he can't hear us.
Well, it was a great intro you gave him regardless, I thought.
I know. Just don't tell anybody that we introduce him as Cabbage Man.
Okay.
But anyways, slower
hear me?
week. Yes,
Now we can hear you.
now. We were just saying that.
It's problem with audio right now, so I'm playing you guys from my gaming monitor and stuff, so it's all good now.
Okay, gotcha. Well, we got it was a slower week this week. There was a Ghost of Yotai State of Play, which I completely forgot. So we're actually gonna have Fan give his thoughts on that State of Play and ask him how did you play Ghost of Tsushima, Fan?
I'm still playing Ghost of Tsushima.
You're still playing? Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have to give your take on Yotai and what they showed and what new mechanics they've showed and stuff like that. We're also gonna give our thoughts on the Switch 2 because it is officially 1 month out, and I'm very curious to see where everybody stands on the Switch 2 a month later. I have some interesting thoughts. I'm curious to hear how your guys' thoughts are. But before we begin, as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch if you're over there. And we're going to start off with some small news, as always. The Steam and Nintendo summer sale has ended. Did you guys buy anything from those sales?
Funny enough, no.
No? See.
I did. I just can't remember what.
Did you, Bryant?
I probably did. I don't remember though, but I probably did.
Well, I'll start
to take a look.
Go ahead, Bryant.
I was gonna say my pre-order came out today for Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I'm so irritated because I forgot that when I bought Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 for Switch 2, that it took a chunk of the money that was reserved for Donkey Kong. So I got like a $30 charge on my credit card, and it's annoying to me because I like to buy gift cards because I get discounts on them.
Yeah.
Like Newegg had one today where you could get $100 for $85 and stuff, and that's like it makes me so irrationally angry that I missed getting that and saving $15. But anyway,
I mean, yeah, money. You gotta save that. I've been doing that a lot lately too. Like if I buy digital, I get those digital gift cards, and you save some money. While Fan is looking through his list, I did at the last second buy 3 games. I regret one of them. The other 2, one of them I think I regret, but I don't know. And then the last one, I don't regret at all. So starting with the one I don't regret, I got Klonoa, the collection.
I was gonna say if that made you regret, I would probably get up and walk away.
No, it wasn't that one. I did not regret that. I enjoyed it. I've never played a Klonoa game. I played the demo. Like I downloaded it, I think on the PS5 and played the demo. But I was like, I'll buy it whenever I get the chance. And then I started playing it yesterday. Very fun. Like it's a PS1 platformer, and playing it just reminds me of those PS1 days. And I had a lot of joy. Like today on lunch, I was like, you know what, I got nothing else to do. Let me go ahead and pull this out and start playing. So I really, really do enjoy it. I'm excited to continue playing that. The other
clarify,
game,
Klonoa 1 is PS1, Klonoa 2 is PS2.
Yes, I should clarify that. I'm playing the first one right now, which is why I referenced PS1. But I'm excited to beat that and then play Klonoa 2 because I hear there's some of the best platformers out there. And I know some of the music I've heard in some of my playlists, and I do enjoy some of that music that they show. So like I'm excited to get to those parts where those music plays. The other one is Mega Man Battle Network Transmission. I already own the collection on Steam. And just, I get to these phases where I'm like, okay, I want to play something, but I don't want to put down what I'm like playing on. So like that's the reason I bought it, because I've been wanting to play Mega Man Battle Network again. And I remember telling Fan about the physical copy because it's like $27. But then like before I was gonna buy it physical, but then I was like, man, like, do I really want to go ahead and put in the cartridge there? Like I wasn't sure. And then I see it on sale. I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead. and get it digital. So I went and got it digital, and I just booted up Mega Man Battle Network 2 because I wasn't gonna continue the first one from scratch because the first one is just a slow burn. But I'm still debating, like, man, did I waste money? The last one that I bought, which I regret because I thought it was a different frame rate, and I was told it was a different frame rate, and they were 100% wrong, so I don't know how they didn't catch that. Is the Dot Hack GU collection. I own it on PlayStation. I own it on Steam. Now I own it on Nintendo Switch. I own it on all 3 platforms available. I love Dot Hack. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Dot Hack. It's still one of my
Same here.
favorite games. GU, maybe not better than the original quadrilogy, I guess. What do you call something that is in 4 parts? Quadrilogy, right? Yeah, so
Quadrilogy.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Quad, you
exactly.
know, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I still love the concept of Dot Hack. It's the precursor to Sword Art Online, right? People like to say Sword Art Online is the original isekai. I mean, Dot Hack was before that. And the way Dot Hack plays out is amazing because you have to watch the anime, then you play the first 4 games, then you watch another anime, then you play the next 3 games, and they're all intertwined and they're part of the same universe, which is pretty cool. Marvel Cinematic Universe before the Cinematic Universe. Which is neat. And each game came also with a DVD that you would watch that actually would showcase what's happening in the real world while you're playing the game, which is also pretty cool. I do like that they did that, and at the end they kind of like put everything together, which was cool. But the reason that I'm upset is on PS5 and Steam PS5 it's 60 FPS. On PS4, which is where it originally came out, was 60 FPS, of course 1080p. On Steam, of course, you can have the unlock frame rate if you want to. And then on Switch, it's 30 FPS. And I was like, really? They couldn't do 60 FPS for a PS2 game. Not only that, the cutscenes look horrible. Like, it is really, really bad. Like, well, let me rephrase it. Maybe really, really bad is an over exaggeration, but it's still pretty bad. I noticed it right away. I was like, this does not look good at all. Like, I think the PS2 version looked better with these cutscenes because there's something going on with the cutscenes that I'm not too sure whether it's they compressed the video of the cutscenes since they're pre-rendered, and because they compressed it so much, it now like things just look weird. So I'm not a fan of that, but we'll see. I'm gonna probably continue playing some today and see where I'm at. The thing is, Nintendo has a literal like no refund policy, so I'm kind of stuck with it now, unfortunately. And I was debating for the longest, should I get this game, should I not? There was another game that I was going to buy in its place, but then I finally just bit the bullet. I was like, you know what? I want a new Dot Hack game, so if I buy it, you know, maybe there's hope for a new Dot Hack game to come out. But yeah, those are the 3 games that I bought, and I do recommend GU. Just play it on Steam or PlayStation, not Switch. I mean, Switch. If Switch is the only place to get it, then why not? But yeah, Fan, did you see your list?
Yeah, just the only thing I bought on Steam recently was the Plucky Squire because it was on sale. And then I also bought, and this was like a while ago, but I bought like actually a couple weeks ago. Obviously, because Brian brought it up, that Crash Bandicoot like trilogy.
Oh yeah, that's true. I did
So I
pick
bought
that up
that,
too.
Spiral, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, Radical Reptiles like DLC. And then I went ahead and also picked up Dead Space Deluxe just because it was like super discount. I'm like, might as well since I haven't played the remake yet.
Yeah, wasn't it like $3 or something like that for the?
Yeah, it was like
Man,
super
I
cheap.
missed out on that. I did see it on sale, and I was like, I'll get to it when I get to it, and I missed out. Yeah, I was gonna go crazy buying stuff. I had a bunch of stuff in my cart, like not Ninja Gaiden, like a Dragon Gaiden, because I gotta start over since I don't have Game Pass and I don't want to buy it on the Xbox store. Soul Calibur 6, I still want to get into it, but I feel like I'm gonna be bummed out because Soul Calibur 2 and 3 are my favorite Soul Caliburs, and that's because the single player campaigns that they have in both of those games were amazing. Every single player campaign after that sucks, or not as good. But three is definitely peak. Has anybody else here played Soul Calibur 3, or am I the only one?
Barely. I just remember it was a PlayStation 2 exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the single player story mode, like you have the story mode that goes to the fighters, but then there's always that extra mode, right? In Soul Calibur 2, it's shoot, I forgot what it's called. It's that mode where you got like different maps. It plays like its own story and you choose a character. But they kind of expanded on that. And in 3, you create your own character and it has a story that you go through and you fight all other like created characters for the game. And the Soul Calibur like main cast, they're in a couple of different maps, but they are like bonus enemies that if you can beat them, they give you a lot of experience points. You have stats. So like your attack goes up, your defense, your speed, and so forth. So like each time you level up, you actually get a stat boost and stuff like that. Kind of like an RPG. And it's like it's called I think it's called like Conquest or something like that. Where it's almost RTS based, where you have your like your units. Each unit's different. So you can have a unit that is on horseback, means they can go from one place to another faster, but they're weaker in terms of like tearing down like buildings and stuff like that. Then you have the units that actually just walk, where they're stronger at tearing down buildings and they also have stronger defense, like when they're in the map and so forth. But anyways, one of the coolest single player games in a fighting game ever. And then of course, when the enemy player meets you, like if you go into contact, then you go into a fight, and then it plays just like Soul Calibur. But I really loved it because you can create as many characters as you want. You can have a whole team of created characters. There's also story characters that join you throughout the game. But I really, really love that story mode. And when I originally played it on PS2, my memory card got corrupted. And I don't know what it was, but for whatever reason, that game, it just was done. Like I deleted the file, we'll start a new fresh file, and it just got corrupted right away. So something happened with Soul Calibur 3 that I was just never able to finish. I was so mad because I was towards the end of that campaign mode. Oh man. But yeah, anyways, yeah, Soul Calibur 3 is peak. But I know 6 doesn't have like the same single player mode, and I just wasn't sure if I was gonna enjoy 6. That not only that, I think the music was peak in 3. Probably the best soundtrack because that's some from 2 and there's some original ones. Yeah, cool. Let's go ahead and move on to some real small news. Forza Motorsports seems to be done. So after the Xbox layoffs, people weren't sure. We know that Turn 10 they had layoffs, right? And they were kind of shifting to like a support studio where people weren't sure exactly if Forza Motorsports was done or what was going to happen with it. But in this case, it is completely done. So don't confuse Forza Motorsports with Forza Horizon. 2 different games. Horizon's more arcadey. Motorsports is more Gran Turismo. And yeah, that's kind of it. Like there's no more racing sim game outside of Gran Turismo now. What do you guys think about that?
I feel like Horizon was the mainstay anyway. Like I'd never really heard much about Motorsport. I feel like Motorsport was just kind of, I mean, it's kind of funny because I think Motorsport was the thing that kind of started it all. It was very heralded as this amazing driving sim. Yeah, and now it just really took a backseat to Horizon because Horizon, I guess you could say, was really fresh and just kind of arcade, like really arcadey and fun and wide open map and challenges and races, and it just had a lot more like razzle dazzle, I guess you could say. Whereas Motorsport was just a lot more subdued and realistic, and some people want that absolutely, and it's a wonderful game apparently. But I'm sure that their bread is mainly buttered with Horizon now between like the multiplayer aspect and kind of like the social media part of it. I just think that maybe they're just trying to chase that more now.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad to see because like Horizon is a different game, but it makes sense for it to be more popular because it's more arcadey. I guess racing sims in general they're not like how they used to. Like I remember when Gran Turismo came out, it was very popular. Forza Motorsports also was very popular. And it just seems like you don't hear about them as much anymore. Ash and Fan, any thoughts on that?
I mean,
never really played it. I wasn't into like Gran Turismo and stuff like that. So
yeah, I wasn't really into like racing games like that. I was like growing up, I was more into like Need for Speed back then and stuff. So there's that. But at the same time, I still feel bad for a good amount of people that actually like Forza Motorsports and stuff. I think there was like actually a scene for that. So it's just the fact that, Well, for those people, they're no longer gonna get like a new iteration of it or get any more possibly any more updates in the near future. It kind of sucks, you know. So I wish that they could just I mean, if they could just sell the IP to like a different dev, then that'd be cool. But that's probably not gonna happen. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it too, right? The licensing you have to get for the cars and everything that you have to pay for.
Yeah, that's already gonna cost a lot of money.
Yeah,
for
because they
any
always
dev.
delist the previous Forza games because of the licensing issues. Which is, another reason when it comes to digital, right? Like the game gets completely delisted, so it's like you're done. I mean, I assume you can re-download it, but you won't be able to buy it or anything like that. But yeah, kind of sucks. Gran Turismo is now by itself, and we'll see what happens with Gran Turismo. Hopefully, they continue making new Gran Turismos. I never bought the most latest one. I kind of want to, but I waited because there was that. I don't know if you guys remember, like when I think when they showed off Gran Turismo, there was a tag that says coming to PC later or something like that, but they said it was a mistake and it never came. Because that and Demon Souls had that tag. And of course, Demon Souls and Gran Turismo still haven't come to PC, but other games have. And they, Sony was like, no, this is a mistake. Like it's not coming anywhere. Yeah. Astrobot. They add 2 new levels. And they added some Final Fantasy VII bots, which is Cloud and Sephiroth, which is pretty cool.
They added more than 2.
Yeah, my fault. I mean, I was misreading because I was saying 2 when I was reading Cloud and Sephiroth. They added more than 2, but they added new levels and they added 2 bots. So Cloud and Sephiroth for Final Fantasy VII, which is kind of cool.
More than that.
Really? Which other ones did they add? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they added 2B, Surge from Chrono Cross. Cloud and Sephiroth, obviously, and then the character from Ghost of Yotei.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Ghost of Yotei character. That I did see. I didn't know they added Surge, but that's pretty awesome. Maybe
I love seeing
Chrono
Surge.
Cross.
That was a nice surprise.
Yeah. Like Chrono Cross doesn't get a lot of love. Like everybody hates Chrono Cross for some reason. Like, I still love it because it's even though it's the sequel to Chrono Trigger, they don't like to consider it a sequel to Chrono Trigger, so everybody hates it. Yeah, because there is more to the lore than that. A lot of people like to think that outside of the name Chrono, there's no like what's it called?
Through line.
Yeah, like there's no. I'm trying to think how they get put together. What'd you call that?
I call it a through line.
Is it called through line? Okay. But there is like literally they show like Luca. She has an orphanage. That's where Kid is from. The main enemy is literally what's it called? Lavos. And then you have they show what's her name? Sharla. What else? Yeah, I mean there's a lot of like throwback. You even see Chrono himself in there. Chrono, Luca, and what's her name? The girl with the yellow hair.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot her name.
What is it?
Isla?
No, the other one. The princess girl in the beginning.
Yeah, the princess, yeah.
Oh,
starts with an M.
Like how we
like
it starts with what?
With an M.
Is it Marl?
Marl, yeah, that's what
Marl.
it is. Yeah.
So, I like how we all forgot about her.
I couldn't remember, which is funny because like she's the healer, so like she was always in my party as a healer. But yeah, like there is a connection between the two, and it's like straight in front of you. It's just different. Where Chrono Trigger is about time traveling, this is more about dimension traveling. There we go.
Lego dimensioning.
Yeah, exactly. Lego Dimensions, good game. I did enjoy that actually. I got it just for the Sonic stuff. The Lego Sonic when that came out. Anyways, yeah, so Chronicles is good. That's cool that they added Surge. I'm happy about that.
I beat all the levels except for the Sephiroth one. It is so hard. It is so incredibly difficult. Yeah. I beat all the stages. So I thought I was done. Like I beat all the stages. Like I was like, oh, maybe you unlock Sephiroth some other way, but you beat all the stages. Then this like other one comes and it's like a really long level where you have, I want to say 3 or 4 of the different powers that Astrobot gets. And you have to get through the entire level. It's really long and really difficult. And if you die, you go all the way back. And I must have tried it like 30 times and I kept dying. So I have to go back. It's one of those things where I think we talked about it where it's like you play it for an hour and you can't get it. And then like you go to bed or you like take a break or something, get something to eat. And then you go back, you beat it on the first try. Like that always happens. So I'm sure that's what's going to happen to me.
I was actually, when I saw the Cloud and Sephiroth today, I was like, you know what? If I get home early enough, I'm gonna connect my PS5. I didn't get home early enough, unfortunately. So maybe this
Now
weekend
Surge
I'll connect my
is there,
PS5.
so maybe now you'll do it for sure.
Yeah, with Surge, I think I have to just to get Surge because Surge is cool. I want to see how his bot looks. I got to do the other updates too because I haven't touched my PS5 since what? When did Astrobot come out again? Was it
Last year.
was it last year? Oh, I thought it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so
The one game of the year last year.
was that last year? I thought it was like 2 years ago too. See,
It
like
was.
I'm all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll probably turn on my PS5 anyways. Also because I was gonna play also Dahack GU. That's what I was thinking of. It's like I gotta play it. I want to buy the Genki adapter that was on sale for Prime Day. And what I was gonna do is instead of putting my PS5 here, remember how I was talking about my little corner in the room? I was gonna use the Genki adapter to connect my PS5 into my iPad and use it as a monitor and just play off of that. So
Wait, with like remote play or directly?
no, directly. You don't know you
Wait,
can do
how
that?
do you do that?
Yeah, so you can
No.
download. So there's 2 apps you can use. One of them is called. Where's my iPad? It's in my bag back there. One of them is called Genki Studio. That allows you to go ahead. So with the Genki adapter, when you plug in, you have to get a capture card, or if you get the Genki adapter, it allows you to plug it in. So basically, the HDMI plugs into the PS5 or whatever HDMI device, and then use the USB-C from there directly into the iPad. When Genki Studio loads up, it just shows you the screen right there. The other one is called shoot. Oh man, I gotta get that.
I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty crazy.
The other one is
Learning something today.
cooler because if you plug in, let's say a Steam Deck and you want to emulate on it, it has a CRT filter that's really good. And since the iPad is a 4:3 display, you can actually go ahead and get that full screen with that CRT filter. They let you demo the CRT filter. It looks amazing. Both apps are free too. All you need is just hardware to be able to plug in. Let me find out what that other one is. Let's find out. Dang it. What's it under? Oh, utilities. There we go. Orion. That's what it's called.
Orion.
Yep. And that allows you to.
Isn't that that giant screen?
What do you mean giant screen?
Isn't there an Orion like switch like freaking
I don't know. Is there
adapter or like accessory that turns it into like a giant screen?
that? I don't know.
What?
Yeah,
You don't know? Okay, I swear that's what it's called. Where it's basically like a giant like 10-inch or 11-inch screen with a switch dock built into the back, and you put your Switch into it.
Actually, I think I
interesting.
know what you're talking about. I don't know if that's what the name of it is. But yeah, I was thinking of doing that for my PS5. That would be kind of cool because I was like, I got that corner there. I only put my Switch and stuff on that table, but why not use my iPad and put my PS5?
It is
there?
Orion.
This is not completely connected, but do you guys remember like back in the day when Best Buy used to have like a Nintendo 64 hooked up and there'd be a bunch of like TVs connected and it would be like giant and like the whole store could see like what you were playing? Like I thought that was so cool when I was a kid.
No, I remember that. They don't do that no more because we got projectors and stuff like that. It was still cool though.
That's when things were fun.
No, they still. I mean, you can buy. There's a restaurant called God, what is it? LCPX, and they have an outdoor patio area where they have a freaking like 200-foot screen, and it's just panels that are like all paired and like together
Connected.
that are borderless.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all borderless, and it's just giant. And they're just.
I think I've
watching
seen
sports
that.
on it.
Yeah, I think I've
That'd be
seen
cool
that.
to look at.
Okay. Last bit of small news. The infamous Nintendo Switch 2 stapler is on auction and
I put
the
in a
last
bid.
price I saw it was $6,900. I don't know if it's higher than that now. But yeah, that is
I'm just
crazy.
kidding. I didn't bid on it.
I don't know who. Why would you bid on a stapler. I think that's kind of stupid.
It's for charity, so it's like
It
kind of
is.
like, you know, tongue in cheek, and it's for charity.
It is for charity, so it is on an auction from GameStop themselves, and they did say that, you know, whatever they get, they're gonna donate that to charity, which is kind of cool, but still kind of weird.
It's at 123,000 right now.
123. Oof.
I wonder who's actually gonna pay that.
Yeah, right.
Like, I wonder if it's gonna be like he bids it and then he runs out of the room.
So is it just like a regular stapler with a Switch 2?
No, it's just a
No, it's
it's
stapler.
just a stapler.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just a regular
you
stapler.
get-
Yeah, it's just a regular stapler. It's the stapler that was used to staple the receipts to the Switch 2
Receipts.
box. And what happened is
ruined
the
the
stapler
screen.
went to the screen, yeah, and ruined a bunch of screens.
No, it
Basically-
comes with the Switch 2 as well.
With a
Oh, it
Switch
does?
2? Really?
Yeah, on their eBay order, there's 4 items. 1 is the stapler.
Mm-hmm.
2 is the first stapled Switch 2, so you get the console with it.
Oh, wow.
You get the box for the original packaging, and then the staples.
The staples.
Well, thank God for the staples.
Oh, man.
That's
Wait.
that's crazy.
If you're interested in a stapler, maybe you don't need a stapler, or maybe you need a stapler rather. There you go. You can get a what is it, 124,000? You said
Almost 124K. Yeah, almost 124K.
there you go. You can get a stapler
Almost,
that's
yeah.
124K. All right. Before we get into the main topic, Fan, tell us about the Ghost of Yotai state of play. How was it? What's new?
It wasn't long. I mean, it was about a little over 20 minutes.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that long.
I guess that's long
It
for
is.
a single game. But
I
they
think Donkey Kong
showed off
Bonanza
quite a
was
bit of
about the same.
stuff. They showed off quite a bit of stuff. So, you know, on Ghost of Tsushima, you can switch between stances, right?
Yeah.
Earth stance, wind, water, like different stances, right?
Mhm.
And then I guess there's a moon stance towards the like if you get further in. They showed off some of the gameplay and the fighting styles. They did away with the stances.
Oh.
What they did was you change your weapons. You can
Mhm.
dual wield. You can do chain and sickle. You can do an odachi. You can do spear. Like, I thought it was so much better, so much more cooler to do that. Because in that way you can play how you want to play. You know, if you want to. So it almost kind of mixed a little bit of Neo into it. How
Yeah.
in Neo you can change different weapons.
Or like
They did
Ninja
some cool
Gaiden
stuff too. Yeah. Where like depending on how you attack enemies, you can chop off their limbs.
Mm.
Like I saw, like, you know, when you do like the duel off,
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
Ghost of Tsushima, but in Yote they did it similar, but she cut off the dude's arm,
Mm.
and you can also the enemies can disarm you, so they can knock your weapons out of
Like,
your hand.
Oh, I think I meant cut off arms.
You can do that too, but I don't know if they can
Maybe.
do that
No,
to
it's an
her. But
enemy. Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
You get
but
regrow
they-
your arms
Get it.
after.
like
I was making a pun.
they can disarm you, and you can also
Yeah.
disarm them.
Mhm.
So they added kind of a cool mechanic on that too. And then since it's all weapon like styles instead of like sword styles, they basically said like you can play however you want to play. Like if you want to go stealthy and be a ninja, you can do that. If you want to go all sword and be a samurai, you can do that. If you want to do long range, you can shoot with a bunch of different bows. They also added guns.
Mm.
So, you know, flintlock guns. You've got those.
What's how many years in the future? It's like 200 years or something like that, right? Or is it like 100?
Yeah, it's something like that. I can't remember the time exactly. They didn't really go into the story. They just show a lot of the gameplay.
Mm.
Show a lot of cool like customization, the charms, you know, stuff like that. They showed some of the supporting characters, like the wolf that was going around with you. But then they also showed a bunch of like they call them the wolf pack, and it's basically just your allies that
Mm.
just help you. So you see like a poster, and you can kind of like get information about them and like learn more new abilities and stuff like that. So I thought it was cool. And I don't know about the story. It didn't really specify it, but they treat the character as a boogeyman in a way, like the way that the mask that they wear, the ghost mask.
Mhm.
So they, you know, they know that she's a person, but other people like think that she's just like a ghost that's killing bad people.
Mhm.
But you basically can do bounties. You go around town, like picking up bounties. That's how you collect money and stuff like that. So again, not a lot of the story, more about just like overall gameplay, how you want to play, customization. So I thought it was cool. It looked interesting. The game obviously looks beautiful. Like, you know, Ghost of Tsushima looked great. So obviously this game is gonna look great.
On my PS5 Pro, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Might be the first PS5 game I buy since like forever.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I
You
haven't.
don't think you're
It
gonna buy
looked
Death
really good.
Stranding?
What's up?
You don't think you're gonna buy Death Stranding too?
I mean, maybe not. I might wait for like a sale or something like that, but by then
Okay.
it'll probably come out on PC because I assume in a year it'll come out on PC. I mean, Ghost of Yotai might in a year come to PC, but like I really like Ghost of Tsushima. It's probably my second favorite game of all time. It's really up there for me, so I might pick this up on launch. We'll see because it's what, October, right?
Yeah, October. Oh,
Yeah.
they did announce a special edition PS5 and controller.
Nice.
Yep.
So
For
it's-
both PS5 or PS5 and Pro, or just Pro, or just standard.
I don't know. It didn't
Oh,
really.
okay.
I couldn't see all the text on the
looked
small print
classy.
stuff, but they had a special edition which looked cool. It was white with like gold like
Yeah.
accents and stuff like that to kind of match the artwork for Ghost of Yote with the mountain.
You know what I get upset at now? Because the other day I was thinking about it. I really wish I got the PlayStation 1 edition controller because I really like how that looks. Like,
I bet you get it on eBay. You're just gonna pay a little bit.
yeah, definitely not gonna do that. Like,
Not as much as a stapler though.
no, yeah, exactly. No, I kind of like every time I see that, I was like, man, like,
Oh,
I really
forgot something.
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
So on Ghost of Yote, you know, on Ghost of Tsushima, you know how they have that cinema style where you can go black and white?
Mm-hmm.
They added 2 other modes. So the one I actually thought was cool was from the director of Samurai Champloo.
Really?
Oh, what?
Yeah. So that
Hey.
mode, you can actually play like music that
hold up.
he developed for the
What?
game
What?
to play in the background. So
Whoa,
it's like
Hold on,
lo-fi
hold
music
on.
while you're playing the game.
Yo, don't say that.
Yeah.
Hold
Do
on.
not
Yeah,
say
I totally
that.
forgot about that.
Stop
Like,
lying, bro. Stop lying,
No, I'm not.
man.
I'm seriously not. You can look it up.
Dude, I'm bringing it up right now. This
Oh,
is
look it up.
something that
And they played some of the sample music, and it was just like, this is like the chillest music to play while you're riding around on a horse.
dude, that is
Bruh.
pretty cool.
Can't believe that could be the the main
Let's see.
selling point for me. That's oh my god, I can't. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, Mike mode and Watanabe mode is what they call
Oh,
it,
what
so,
did not be
yeah.
Was that towards the end that
crazy.
they announced that? Do you know?
Probably.
It was around the middle-ish beginning. It was the front half of the state of play.
Let's
But yeah,
see.
it's
Oh, he did Cowboy Bebop
it brings
too,
the
huh?
work of Samurai Champloo director Shinichiro Watanabe. So you basically get his music while you're fighting and exploring around, which I thought was kind of cool.
Let me see.
You might be able to hear it. I don't know exactly where.
I'll be careful, James. I'm playing it though on stream.
No, I'm not gonna put it on stream. Like I had the audio muted. I think I have the audio muted. Can you guys hear it? No, I have it muted, so like stream wouldn't be able to hear it. Yeah, I made sure. There's the wolf pack. Oh, they kind of look cool. They show how they look. There's somebody. They're showing some music. I don't think that's him. That says music right here. Hold on, sorry. I
No, you're good.
the music's good though. It's not showing it yet. I assume it's here where it says music, but I'm not seeing it.
Let me see if I can find the stamp.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, they're showing like all the different, like the composer himself doing everything.
Trying to remember when I
Oh, it's
saw
cool.
it.
They're releasing the tracks. Sorry, I don't want to show this on stream, or and definitely play the music because I will get copyright on the music. special modes.
I just like the different weapon styles. Like freaking an Adachi would be so much fun. It kind of reminds me of Bushido Blade. You know, that fighting game where like you can play with
Bushido Blade was good.
different weapons.
Yeah, they're showing the black and white.
It's actually towards the end. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah, 13. They're showing the 13 Assassins. So the guy who did the 13 Assassins movie.
Yeah, he did. The guy also did a 7 Samurai or something like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, original lo-fi tracks. Yeah. Dude, it sounds dope. You gotta see it. You gotta hear it, Ash.
It's at like 17 minutes into the video.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right.
Man, the music is
I'll
great.
listen to it later, man, because it's insane
Dude,
that I might get Ghost of Yote and play it
actually.
on my room. Yeah, like I might get Ghost of Yote and play it on my roommate's PS5 just so I can play it, man. Crazy.
I will be playing it in that mode. That is okay. My hype levels. It's funny how music will make my hype levels go up. But
same.
That's the one thing that's my one criticism about Ghost of Tsushima, that there's no background music.
Yeah. That didn't bother me. So I guess Ghost of Tsushima didn't bother me with no background music. I think Zelda bothered me more because you're used to Zelda having background music. So in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, not having music like always present, and they had good music too. That kind of annoyed me. But Ghost of Tsushima, Samurai Champloo music hits different. Like, that is very nostalgic. Have you watched Samurai Champloo, Bryant?
Oh. Bryant.
I think he's watching the video.
Are you watching the video?
Yeah, what did you say?
I'll say, have you watched Samurai Champloo?
I haven't. I didn't realize that it's by the same dude that did Cowboy Bebop. I've never seen it.
Yeah, he has his Triforce is Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, and now Lazarus. Yeah. I gotta finish watching
Lazarus.
All
in the same universe. I heard.
I gotta catch up with Lazarus.
Huh?
Yeah. All three.
I won't be surprised.
So then, when will Lazarus take place?
Imagine if Spike is like Mugen's, like,
ancient ancestor. I mean, they all have like similar personalities, right? Like Spike, Mugen, and what's the guy's name? Is it like Miguel or whatever? The guy who's from Lazarus? I think his name's like Miguel or something. If they all had they have like kind of a similar personality, that's my only pet peeve about the. No offense to the voice actor for Lazarus who does Miguel's voice. I think his name is Miguel. But he's such a Spike and Mugen like character that I expect to hear Steve Blum out of his mouth, but it's not him, and I'm like, oh, like that's the only thing that bothers me from that. No, I'm hyped for Ghost of Yote now. Like,
it says Axel Gilberto.
Oh, that's what it is. I don't know where I got Miguel from. I don't know. I'm thinking of Gundam Seed. I was like, when I said that, I was like, wait a minute, that's Gundam Seed character. Yeah. How I mix up Gundam and Lazarus, I don't know. Cool. Yeah, Ghost of Yote. I'm excited. What's the release date? I should have looked it up there. It's like October something.
October something. Like October 2nd, I think. Or something
so very close.
I might just play when I come back from Japan, honestly.
A couple weeks. Couple weeks after
October 2nd. Yeah.
A week after Tactics then. Or less than a week after Tactics, because I think Tactics is like at the end of September. Interesting. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our main topic. Nintendo Switch 2. It has officially been over a month now. A month and 6 days to be exact. And I'm curious, what is everybody's thoughts on the Switch 2 a month in? Are you enjoying it? Are you not feeling it? Are you unsure? Do you regret your purchase? Are you happy you had it? Like, are you afraid of the future? What are your overall thoughts on the Switch 2? Let's start with you, Ash.
Sure. So I would say this. I'm happy with the Switch 2 for what it is and stuff in it. It's essentially an upgrade from the Switch 1. I'd say I did have some expectations from the console on day one, because the problem is I kept mixing the expectations with the Steam Deck along with the Switch 2, thinking that like all my games are going to magically run at 60 FPS across the board, including Xenoblade, which I keep forgetting that when the PS5 first got released, a lot of people had to wait for their patches for the PS4 versions of the game and stuff, and had to wait until those came through. So and for me, I missed out on that because I never bought the PS5 day one anyway. So it was one of those things where it's kind of my fault for like putting that much expectation on the Switch 2, because it involves devs retroactively go back to their code and essentially updates some of the code to further utilize the power of the Switch 2. But other than that, I still enjoy the console altogether. Every now and then I'll hop in on Mario Kart World just to play some Mario Kart World. And I mean, so far, like I'm still going back playing older Switch 1 games. Heck, I recently just bought Trials of Mana. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah. Mainly because I think some of you guys were telling me that it runs like a solid 60, but the resolution wasn't too great. So my solution for that is to mainly play on portable modes, which doesn't look too bad off of that. So I'm having fun with that. And then I'm also playing like other games that got like a huge boost from that as well. So overall, I'm still enjoying the system. Ergonomics is a bit better compared to the Switch 1. Heck, I even put grips on this damn thing, which made like my control of the Joy-Con joysticks a bit better as well. So
what grips did you get?
It's by JSOX. I can give you the link for that, but I can show you right now. So essentially, I put these grips on the
thumbsticks.
On the sticks.
On the sticks, and it feels so much better. Well, with these things on, and they only cost me like $5 to $6 and stuff. And it's not just those grips. There's also other grips that they have as well. So
I need that. I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, I did see the whole mouse thing, which I forgot to inquire you about that. I'm assuming you 3D printed that, right? I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, 3D printed this.
Of course you did.
I made a little mouse grip.
Yeah, makes sense. I might inquire about that from you, because I also was playing a bit of Guardians of Ozma, Rune Factory, which I understand why people like the game. It's more like an extremely diet version of Rune Factory, essentially. But I think one of its cool features within the game, if you play the Switch 2 version of it, is you can use mouse mode when you're doing your farm mode and stuff, which make things a lot faster and a lot easier and stuff. And whenever I use mouse mode, I kind of get like the same feeling from similar to James a bit. When you hold it, it's like so unfamiliar and a bit uncomfortable. I need to try to use it more to see if I can like grow into it, or it's just not for me. And maybe, if anything, if I borrow fans mouse grip thing, maybe that'll work. So who knows? But overall, for $450. It's still worth the purchase for that system, and I feel a bit worried for the future of the pricing of the Switch, because I heard Saudi Arabia was going to get a price increase on that, so I hope it doesn't happen in other regions either or something like that. But for $450, you can't really go wrong with that particular system, because it does a lot for you. I think. Later on, this console is gonna age like fine wine once like we get a whole bunch of like either paid or free updates on the older Switch 1 titles as well. And a lot of people are like calling it way too soon for the Switch 2. They think that's doomed because we only got like 3 games that are coming out, 4, which is one of them already came out. We call that Mario Kart World, and then we have Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is coming out within a week or two or something like that. And then there's next week, and then there's whatchamacallit, Metroid Prime 4 and beyond. Don't know when that's coming out, but hopefully Nintendo can just shadow drop 2 and 3 for us, so that way we can play those and then hop into Prime 4 with no issues. And then there's Kirby Free Air Riders. So there's no release date for that just yet, but honestly, I'm feeling that once we get like a direct like this month or next month, I feel like there's gonna be a lot more announcements that's gonna happen as well. So I'm not worried too much about that. A lot of people are just calling it too soon per se. And other than that, the only other thing that I'm like kind of iffy on is the game key card situation stuff. I'm more I love owning physical whenever I get the chance with the Switch and stuff. And if later on it first comes on the Switch and then goes on to PC, then I'd rather just get on PC because it's just if I want to own it digitally on a superior platform on the Steam Deck or something like that. And then because like a good example is that, which by the way, this is something I didn't know, is that for Rune Factory Guardians of Ozma, you can actually somebody, I think it was Spotlight that showed this, that you can put a Switch 2 cartridge in the Nintendo Switch console. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right, okay, let them cook. All right, it's whatever. So it is what it is. All right, but I was being dumb about it because I didn't read the fine print that on the Switch 2 version of Rune Factory, on the Switch 2 version of Rune Factory, it didn't say game key card or something like that. So I didn't have to buy the Switch 1 version. And when I bought this, I was like, hey, at least I bought the Switch 1 version, so just in case a friend wants to play this, I can hand it to them. But all along, I could just get the Switch 2 version and call it a day. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So, but my whole thing with game key cards is that, like, let's say Guardian of Ozma, for example, if the Switch 2 version was only available on game key card and I can't do an upgrade path to it, then that thing was already on Steam. I could just bought it on Steam and played it on both on PC or on my Steam Deck and call it a day from there. It's not. So I'd rather play it on my Switch 2 anyway, right? So I hope things get a little bit better for me as a physical collector, where they implement have more games come out only physical, only on the cartridge and stuff. And of course, I understand that if a game is too big for 64 gigabytes, it cannot fit in an 64 gigabyte cartridge. That's obvious. But there's a good amount of good amount of games out there that like almost reach the threshold maximum capacity for a 64 gigabyte cartridge. So if they're able to fit it, then that's fine. And hopefully later on for Nintendo, hopefully they can somehow procure different variations of it, like a 32 or 16, like they did in the older generation and stuff. Which, I mean, there's no confirmation on that still, so it just all depends, And that's it for me.
Yeah, one thing that you touched on, it's funny, going back to my .hack GU comment, is one reason I wanted it on Switch was that .hack GU, for whatever reason, there was an update, and Bandai Namco doesn't want to fix it. It doesn't support Steam Cloud saves anymore. So I had played it on an older PC, and then when I upgraded my parts and I upgraded to an SSD, I had to start from scratch. And then I had started from scratch, and then when I tried to play on the Steam Deck, I had completely forgot, because I thought I was like, oh, maybe there was a glitch or something. When I went and downloaded my Steam Deck, I went to play. Sure enough, no cloud saves. I was like, shoot. I looked it up everywhere, and yeah, an update just broke it. So that's why I got it on Switch, because like, if I want to play like on a TV mode, and also even though I have a dock right here for the ROG and Steam Deck, I was like, I'd rather just do it on Switch. And then there is cloud save, so for whatever reason, I get a new Switch, I still have there, where if I get it on my ROG Ally and then I get rid of that and move to the ROG Xbox Ally X or whatever, well, guess what? I have to manually get that save, move it over manually, and I'm not about to do all that stuff.
There should be a fine for breaking Steam Cloud saves. Like, seriously, what are you doing?
Yeah. And not wanting to fix it after people have bought a product, and it was working apparently until like 2020. So that means, and like Bandai Namco doesn't want to fix that, which is kind of dumb. All right, Fan, let's hear your thoughts on Switch 2.
I mean, so far I'm enjoying it. I mainly played in dock mode most of the time. Obviously, I've been printing a bunch of stuff for it, because like the mouse accessories and stuff like that. I got little pads on it, and I was testing the mouse mode out, which is pretty smooth. I mean, it's my only gripe. What I would say is that I hope there's an update that they'll allow the variable refresh rate in dock mode, as long as you have a compatible TV or monitor for it, because they've cleared up that's only available in handheld mode. So I'm hoping something in the future, maybe they'll push something out to make it to where it's available docked as well. Because I mean, I have a monitor that's capable of doing it. it'd be nice if my Switch could handle it.
I'd like to
Other than
add a
that,
comment to that real quick. To the VR stuff, I saw some sources regarding to that. Where apparently when they hooked that same dock to like a ROG Ally or something like that, it was able to do VR compatible. So they were able to rule out the fact that this is not a hardware limitation, more like a software type of deal. So hopefully later on Nintendo can actually implement that.
I think, not to cut you off, and I think it has something to do with G-Sync versus FreeSync. I think that's what it is. Because if you notice, everything that supports VRR on a TV, at least, and in docked is something that supports FreeSync. Steam Deck, Steam Deck technically is a support, as VRR, right? When you dock it, you can utilize VRR, ROG Ally X, PlayStation, Xbox. All of those are basically using FreeSync for its VRR. And this is
I have a
being
G-Sync
NVIDIA
VR
GPU.
compatible monitor.
Yeah, it should allow you and just be like, hey,
Yeah.
like if you don't have a G-Sync compatible display, then you're SOL. Like, I mean, really, that's where it should be. But yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just hoping they'll do something to, like, in the future with if there's an update or something, that'd be nice. But so far, I mean, I'm enjoying my Switch too. Like, I've been putting a ton of hours into Hogwarts Legacy. Didn't think I would, but it plays better than my Ally X. So I've been shying away from my Ally X just so I can play it on my Switch too. The price is fine. For what you get, I understand. I mean, you get a screen, something that's portable, you get a dock, you get Joy-Cons that detach, even though they're okay. They're not, the best, but they're adequate enough to play in handheld mode, but that doesn't bother me too much. I'm just waiting for third parties to come out with, like, some crazy new, like, Joy-Con designs to see what they come out with. But, I mean, we're only a month in, so, who knows? The Switch lasted, 8 years?
Yeah.
So
did you get that grip that you were supposed to be getting for the Switch?
I ordered from D Brand. Yeah, the Kill Switch. It just hasn't shipped yet because it was pre-order, so I'm just waiting for it to come in.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They only they only shared it to, like, reviewers.
So wasn't the Kill Switch? But isn't that the one that I think people were? Was it the Kill Switch or something else that people were complaining about that because it was too tight on the on the Switch, so that the actual Joy-Cons will fall off, like, on its own. Did you hear about that?
No, the only grip thing I heard about was for the Genki one, where, like, the interchangeable grips that you can get from the Joy-Cons like pop off easily.
Well, Spawnwave did a I don't know if it's one of his, like, on his Newswave videos, but I remember watching it on him because he did a sponsorship with them. But apparently what happens is the grip is too tight. And the way the Switch 2 is, if you notice the Switch 2, the Joy-Cons, they bend a little bit. Like when you're holding it, they bend. And if you do the welcome tour, they explained it. They did that on purpose. I guess the reason for it to bend is so that the magnets don't come loose. Versus if it's a tight fit, the magnets would come loose. And with the Kill Switch, apparently what happens is it is too tight of a grip that the Joy-Cons just start falling off, like, right away, because it has no way for it to bend. So people were complaining about that.
I bet it's the same reason that, like, on an airplane, like, the wings are meant to be kind of bendable and not rigid.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it was smart, and then, like, people were pointing to, like, the welcome tour shows that it bends on purpose, and, like, you can look it up, like, on the welcome tour when they're explaining the Joy-Cons and the mechanism and why they did it on purpose. Because at first I thought my Switch was broken. I was like, why is it bending? Like, it shouldn't bend. And then I found that the welcome tour explains that it does bend. It's designed for that so that the magnets stay on. But
That's
I guess
interesting.
Yeah, I guess D Brand. I'm pretty sure it's D Brand in the Kill Switch.
D-Brand makes a Kill Switch. If they see issues with it, they typically will fix it. They're pretty good about, like, fixing
they announced
their stuff.
that pre-orders were delayed because of that they're fixing that issue. And then anybody that already received theirs, and they can give it back, and they'll swap it out for the correct one and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty good about like doing that because they did that with the when the Steam Deck came out when they made the kill switch for that, and they noticed like they had to redesign like the back magnetic kickstand or whatever because it was
Yeah.
interfering with like the fan or whatever, making it
Yeah.
run all weird.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that. All right, Bryant, what is your take on the Switch 2?
So the biggest thing for me, I'll say my biggest disappointment and my biggest pleasant surprise. Disappointment is going to be the thumbsticks. We've talked about this. I think the Joy-Con thumbsticks are pretty trash still. There was room where they could have improved those to make them as good as a mobile controller in 2025, and it would have been really an exceptional way to play it. Ergonomics be damned. Like, even if the thumbsticks would have been better, I'd be playing it handheld a lot more. But now you have subpar ergonomics with subpar sticks, and it's like I really have to be in a bind to play something portably, to play this thing portably for me. The screen, I noticed ghosting all the time on it. I really think we were kind of sold a bill of goods on that screen. The VRR is good. There's HDR. Like, there's a lot of really good buzzwords for the technology in it, but I do think it's kind of subpar. It's fine. It's serviceable. It's gonna make you play Mario Kart, and it's gonna do the job, but it's nothing special. I really can't wait for the OLED version to come down, and I'll be all over that if and when that ever happens. Now, for the pleasant surprise, I'm somebody that rarely ever plays my games online. I'm a single player type of person, and the amount of time I've spent online with Nintendo Switch 2 is way beyond my PlayStation and my Xbox. I have a great time with you guys, like sharing what we're playing together and seeing each other's faces with the really, really good integrated camera support. We're gonna have the podcast tomorrow with Mario 64, and that'll be really fun. And Mario Kart, seeing like your head spin when you get hit with the turtle shell, just like really cool little touches like that. And it's all pretty turnkey. The only real issue I wish is that you could set a dedicated microphone, like you could find some way to hook like a real microphone into it as opposed to the microphone in the Switch. It gets the job done, but I do wish there was another option to make it a bit more direct. But it is just really fun, and it's very Nintendo. The fact that it's just kind of this built-in thing where it's like all four of us right now could go jump on our Switches and join a room, and I could be playing Mario Brothers 3, Fan could be playing Hogwarts Legacy and sharing his screen. James could be playing Mega Man, and Ash could be playing Ace Attorney or whatever he wants to play, and we could all have separate, or Monster Hunter Wilds, whatever that was on there, and we'd all have like our own separate screens, and it would be like showing what each other are doing, and we could like look at it and talk about it, and it's just, I think it's really conducive to conversation and just having a really good time and loving games and stuff. And I think that that's something really special that Nintendo pulled out of the hat. The rest of the stuff, the hardware stuff, I think is iterative at best and disappointing at worst. But the online stuff, I think, is pretty exceptional.
Yeah, I'm gonna start backwards. I'm gonna start where you left off. Like, game chat is that feature that I was very surprised about. I did not think that was gonna be a feature I cared about. I think even on our live stream, I was like, like, who cares about that?
No, you thought it was cool in the live stream.
Yeah.
I've watched that
Did I?
live stream a couple
Okay.
times. Yeah, yeah, you thought it was cool. Yeah.
Okay, so I did think it was cool, I guess. No, that was my twin,
Yeah.
actually. He thought it was cool. The real me, no, not just kidding. But like, I'm surprised by it. Like, I really, really enjoy it. When we were doing the Super Mario 64 stream, I kept looking at Bryant's video to see, like, okay, where's that star? I don't know where that star is, to kind of get ahead of that.
This isn't GoldenEye, James, where you look at where I am.
Hey,
like, you're supposed to be
screen peeking,
concentrating on your
I am a
stream.
professional screen peeker, yes. And but it is nice to be able to see like what somebody else is doing. Like, I was able to see like where Ash is at and what was he doing, where he was stuck at, and so forth. And I do like it. Like, we're playing together, but like, it's something about seeing your screen that gets you closer together. And it's just a seamless, like, easy experience to get into. The only criticism I have for game chat is I hate that you have to start the room with everybody, like invite everybody beforehand before you start the room so that people can join. So like, one of our Mario Kart World streams, I invited like everybody that was in the last one, just in case if anybody showed up, they can just go ahead. We didn't have to go ahead and exit the room and start a new room and any of that stuff. But yeah, game chat is a cool feature. even if the other screen is like 15 frames per second, I don't mind that. It's still, I think, pretty neat. It works well. And I think, yeah, Nintendo, they surprised me with that. I hope they update it so that the frame rate is at least 30 FPS. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody else's screen at 30 FPS, but maybe the Switch just can't handle 4 screens at 30 FPS, and they decided to limit it to 15 FPS, which is also understandable because you want to be able to play your game more than anything. It is kind of cool that while somebody's streaming, you can just press on their screen and then it makes it big, and you can just see what they're doing. I thought that was pretty cool as well. There's a lot of neat features that Game Chat in general has. I am happy that Elgato is finally going to update their camera to support the camera mode so that I can plug that into the Switch 2 so we can go ahead and, be able to do Game Chat properly. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll have a camera. Maybe fans gonna let me borrow the one that he let me borrow last time so we can all be on camera for tomorrow.
Yeah, if you need it, just come get it.
Yes. Tomorrow we're doing Mario 64, all of us against Bryant. Definitely want to watch that. Make sure to watch it because Bryant will lose this time. I've practiced some. I saw that Ash was practicing a little bit too. I saw he was on Super Mario 3D All Stars, unless he decided to play Sunshine or something instead.
Oh no, I mean, I prefer to play Sunshine, but I really wanted to get better at you know the game. God
Yeah,
damn,
Super Mario 64.
Mario 64.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
But the Switch itself, like, I gotta say, like, I am, as of right now, 1 month out, I am mixed. The biggest thing is more the uncertainty of the future, and I explained it in my video. Go ahead, check out my video. I uploaded it today. And it's like not knowing what the future brings right now. Yes, it's a month old. We got to give Nintendo time to see, but I'm at the point where, like, we have Mario Kart World, but to me, Mario Kart World doesn't give me the same feel. How can I put it? It's a different type of game than Breath of the Wild. With Breath of the Wild, I was good for that for a whole month and beyond because there was so much to do in that game. So, like, I did not mind Mario Kart World. The way I played it was just, oh, we play together. That's it. I beat all the courses. I'm good.
Yeah, Bonanza can't come soon enough.
Exactly. Yeah, we got Bonanza very soon. But then it's like, I wanted to see other games. Like, I know I'm going to enjoy Bonanza. I can't wait for that next week. But, like, it's been, like, after maybe 2 weeks after, I'm just like, okay, I need the real, like, Switch 2 game that I'm going to play. There's Hogwarts Legacy. I've been playing that as well. And I enjoy it. But, like, I'm just wanting to see some other games announced for the Switch 2 to make sure that I'm happy for stuff to look forward to. And that's my biggest fear. I'm somebody who adopted the Wii U, loved the Wii U, got a bunch of third parties on Wii U, and was kind of like let down because slowly that support just started going down. And of course, I bought as many games as I could on Wii U because I wanted to show support. I wanted the Wii U to survive. I still think, in my opinion, like, Wii U is still one of my favorite consoles. Like, the whole concept of the Wii U, Miiverse, and everything that had going on, I really like what the Wii U had going on for it. It's just kind of sad that it just didn't tick with a lot of people. But that's my biggest fear right now is the future of Switch 2. As far as games go, yeah, the screen's an issue. It's noticeable, but I don't think it's like bothering me to that extent. Like, some people are, I think, blowing it out of proportion. Like, oh, it's killing my eyes, my eyeballs are falling out or whatever. Like, no, it's not to that extent. Like, come on. But it is noticeable, and it could be one of those things that annoys you. I don't. The other thing I get annoyed of, and that's not really a Switch 2 thing, it's more developers, is that we haven't really seen anybody do an update for the Switch 2 for any of the games. It's a month in, and when PS5 came out and Series X came out, a bunch of third-party developers were updating their games for Series X and for PS5. Nobody has done that on the Switch 2, to my knowledge. Like, I don't think anybody has. So it's pretty much, it seems that what we got as far as Switch 1 software goes, it's kind of, that's it. Like, maybe Nintendo will do updates, but nobody else seems to care, which kind of sucks because there's games like Witcher 3, like CD Projekt Red, you would assume would do something to Witcher 3 to make it run better because now you have the power and the performance for the Switch 2. Maybe, somehow do a Switch 2 version of that.
Maybe their hands are tied with the Switch, with the Witcher 4 and the Witcher 1 remake.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's true. but it would still be nice. Like, I'm sure they have
Yeah.
multiple teams, right? You know, they can set a small team to do that. Just a small update to unlock frame rates. Xenoblade Chronicles, like, I do think a lot of Nintendo titles we might see them later on, because there's no reason for Xenoblade Chronicles to be like this. Like, that's a game that 100% will benefit from a not even really a frame rate boost. It would benefit from a resolution boost, because all three games are like Xenoblade Chronicles X is a little bit better in terms of visuals, but the rest of the three games run at a very low resolution. And then when you put it on the Switch 2 display, it does not mix good at all, because of the higher resolution Switch 2 display. So that would definitely benefit from a resolution boost. And then, of course, if you do a frame rate boost, yeah, why not? You know, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, like, I hope third parties are buying into the Switch 2. I hope they update these older games, but that's kind of like where I'm really on the negative side of as far as Switch 2 goes. Is like, again, Dot GU is a perfect example. Right after playing, is that, man, I really would hope Bandai Namco would update the Switch 2 version, which I doubt it. If they're not gonna update to fix cloud saves on the freaking on Steam, I doubt they're gonna go ahead and add 60 FPS to the Switch 2 version, even though you can handle it no problem. The hardware itself, though, I'm fine with it. Joy-Cons, yeah, it's Joy-Cons, like, you know, whatever. Like, the thumbsticks do feel better than the old one. Not as good as like real like thumbsticks like on an actual controller, but they still feel better. The Pro controller is amazing. Like, I love this
Yes.
controller. It is
Yes.
definitely, I'll beat the KK3 Max controller as my favorite controller. I love this one a lot more. I wish I could use this on PC, but I
You
can't.
can't?
As of right now, no, you can't.
Oh, that's
Maybe one day they'll make
Yeah.
drivers or something.
I'm
Yeah.
sure, yeah. Valve is usually good at that. But whenever that becomes a thing, I probably will use this a lot, because like the thumbsticks just feel so good. Like they call them like glide thumbsticks. Like these thumbsticks are really good, even though they're not Hall effect sensors. Yeah, everything about
Yeah, I
this
don't know
is
what
just
they did.
terrible.
It's like they lubed it up real good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You're
It's just the
right.
form factor. Like, the form factor is good. It is not the Xbox style, right? So like Xbox style is like this, where they're a little bit more out. This is a little bit more in, more similar to like, I guess, 8-bit do, but like, I don't know. They changed the way
I
it
mean,
The
feels,
D-pad's
where
way
it's
better
more
too.
comfortable. Yeah, the
I mean, they
D-pad's
did
way
say they
better.
took aspects of the GameCube controller like into this design.
That's true. They did say
The
that.
handles. So
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah. Does it
they're
feel the
smart for
same?
that.
Yeah, I guess technically speaking, yeah, they overlap the way the handles are positioned.
I'm like the only one that hates the GameCube controller. Like, I hate
think
the GameCube
so.
controller
Oh,
so much.
Really?
We're gonna have to ban
Damn.
Brian. This is his last podcast.
The
with us
D-pad
ever.
is too small. First of
Yeah,
all,
I get it, but this is
no,
the
that's understandable.
just
the,
like a beautiful controller.
it looks cool. Like, it looks interesting. I give you that. And I like the analog triggers. The analog triggers are really nice. Like the triggers feel really nice to click in, like with Mario Sunshine and stuff like that. I give you that. But practically, like, I remember. Do you guys remember when? I don't know if you guys played this when Mega Man Legacy Anniversary Collection came out on GameCube, and they switched the buttons for fire and jump, and so it was B to jump and A to fire, because there was like the big button that it wanted. Oh my god, it was unplayable. If you've been playing Mega Man your whole life, you can't switch that in your head. But I digress. Yeah, I'm not a big GameCube.
I think your
fan.
position makes sense, because if you want to hold charge, right, you would hold A and then B to jump. So at least you're always holding it. Like, to me, that would make sense.
But they trained you, James, since 1987 to do it the other way, and it's not even. Like, I'd be fine with it if you could edit it. But you can't edit it.
If they would have let you remap it to like,
Yeah,
I would have
yeah,
liked
I
to
would
see
get
where
it.
Y, well,
Yeah,
Y would
Y
be the
would
jump.
be
'Cause
nice,
it's literally right
yeah.
up there, right?
Yeah. If you could remap it, it'd be fine, but you can't in that version.
Hey,
And plus, you gotta remember the GameCube controllers were like in my
I think these are
experience, the
designed for kids.
most- Yeah, literally, those things last you forever. Okay,
They are also
Even
designed
when
for
you
I
let
kids.
a
was 14,
dog
though, I
get
That
didn't
might
like
be
it.
why like some of the thumbsticks are like, smaller.
I'm saying, unless you let a dog get a hold of it. My original
That's true.
GameCube controller, my dog chewed up everything.
Oh, no.
Like, yeah, I'll never forget. Like, I woke up, he was teething. He was a puppy at the time. I remember waking up. I was like, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and play some more Resident Evil 4. And I was like, where the heck is my controller? And then next thing you know, I just see it like underneath my bed. I was like, why is it there? And then, yep, all you see is the handles, both handles just bitten off. I was like, no. Like, I got so angry at that. And then, but something good came out of it, because we bought the Wavebird. and then I had the
There you go.
WaveWare controller.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Wavers are nice.
It was a blessing in disguise.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, like with the Switch 2, internet. Sounds stupid, but internet speeds great. Like I put in the chat. You do have to go ahead and on the Wi-Fi settings, shut off IPv6 if your router supports IPv6. Shut it off, and your Switch 2 will connect to a 5 gigahertz router, and then it'll download at faster speeds. That I do like. It's definitely a lot faster. It's faster than my freaking ROG Ally X. It doesn't want to go ahead and that thing. Oh, it just gets me so angry. It doesn't want to download like faster than 20 megabits per second. Pisses me off, man. I'm telling you, like
Wait, what kind of Wi-Fi card that thing has? Like
a MediaTek card, and apparently it's like a driver issue, and like it's just never gonna be fixed. So
Jesus.
I hate my ROG Ally X with a passion now because it takes me it took me 6 or 7 hours to download .hack GU on my ROG Ally X. That's a 30 gig game.
Insane.
Yeah,
That's insane.
It took me 2 minutes. Well, I guess it's not a good comparison because it's 16 gigs like on the Switch. But regardless, I don't care. Like it took me the Stellar Blade demo. How big is the Stellar Blade demo? Does anybody remember?
It's like isn't it like 50 or 60 gigs or something like that?
The demo itself?
Yeah,
one of you guys
think it
want
is.
to look it up real quick?
I'll check. I have it
Because it took
downloaded,
I think it took me like 7 minutes to download that on my Steam Deck. And that, which is something we're going to talk about later on when we talk about what we've been playing this week, because I do want to talk about how that runs on the Steam Deck. But yeah.
So where do you change this IPVR?
What's up?
Internet settings. There it goes. Okay.
Oh yeah, internet settings, and then you go to when you press on the whatever your Wi-Fi is, then you can go to the thing there. I think that's what it is. Yeah, and then you go scroll down, it'll show the little check mark and shut that off. Yeah, that sped up my download speeds by a lot, which was kind of cool. By like 40 megabits per second, which was nice. But anyways, yeah,
that's what you meant. Okay.
internet speeds really good on the Switch 2. I'm happy that you can do that. I'm kind of sad that you still can't download and play at the same time on certain games. It looks like if the game is too demanding, it won't let you download while playing. If the game still has online functionality, it won't let you download while also doing that at the same time, which is kind of dumb. But yeah, I think my 7 probably still stands. I'll say maybe 7. A little bit more disappointed than I was a month ago, but I still like it. I mean, I bought some games out of it. I'm probably going to buy another one. Maybe I've been debating on buying Mega Man. What's it called? It's the battle one, the fighting one. No, I have 0 already on Switch.
Oh, the one in like the Capcom fighting, the Capcom Arcade Collection.
Yeah. I forget what it's called, but it's 99 cents right now on the Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like,
I just like that battle one where like almost kind of like Smash.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, it's like Street Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's a bunch of them like that. The arcade collection, all the individual games are 99 cents right now. So I was thinking of getting that 1 and 2 of that. Capcom, the Puzzle Fighter, because I really like the Puzzle Fighter game. That was pretty cool. I liked it. And then probably Street Fighter Alpha 2 because it's just
the Power Battle.
Power Battle. There we go.
James. I thought the demo was like 50 gigs. The damn demo was like 17 gigs, bro.
Oh, okay. So that's a bad comparison. That's why it took that fast. Anyways, ROG Ally X internet sucks. Switch 2 internet. Good job. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the Switch 2. So I hope we do get a Nintendo Direct very soon. I want to see what's coming in the future. There's the apparent confirmation from Nate to Hate that Final Fantasy IX Remake is dead, and we won't be getting a Final Fantasy IX Remake.
Dead?
Yep.
Crazy.
Dead? Really?
Yeah, he said that last he heard is that Square Enix has canceled the project.
I wonder why. I'm curious. Like, why?
I don't know. It's a good question. Like, everybody wants it, and I thought it was coming soon because they've been teasing like, oh, Final Fantasy IX this and Final Fantasy IX that on
25th anniversary.
Yeah, and it's just like nonstop Final Fantasy IX stuff. And I was like, okay, they're gonna announce the remake any day. And then Nate the Hate came out and said that that it seems that the Final Fantasy IX remake project is dead.
Is he always right about that? Is he always right about like everything he says regarding the rumors and leaks and stuff?
I would say yeah, for the most part. The only thing that hasn't come true right now that he said is that remake of Fire Emblem that he said was Genealogy of the Holy War. That's the only one that hasn't come true yet.
Okay.
So, which is one of those things that I think it was a Switch game, and then they decided to make that a Switch 2 game, which is they kept engaged for the anniversary game, and then they probably just started working on it and make it a Switch 2 game. So, what were you gonna say, Brian?
I was gonna say, like, I'll be totally honest. 9 is a game that I'm actually okay with it not being remade because I think the PlayStation 1 stands on its own 2 feet. Like 7, you go back and play it, it's ugly. It is ugly as sin. It's so bad, especially the PlayStation version where they're missing mouths, at least in the PC or the current.
Ugly.
What'd you say?
I said Jacked is not ugly.
Jacked?
Yeah. No, Final Fantasy 10, Jack, Sin.
I said 7.
No, I know. Never mind. I was like, you said it's as ugly as Sin, and I said Jacked is not ugly. Sin,
I went right over my head. Okay, I meant ugly. Wow, that was a hell of a pull. Yeah, I meant ugly as heck. Whatever. And so in 8, I would say 8 is in between. I think a remaster or something 8 would be kind of cool, but again, it looks good enough for what it is. And 9 looks the best out of 7, 8, and 9, hands down, because it has that art style to it that's aged really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be cool if they remastered it. I would absolutely be all over it because 9's probably my second favorite Final Fantasy, but I think it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just part of me was happy. I wouldn't mind a 1-to-1 remake where you don't have to change the battle system or anything like that. Just give me the 1-to-1 remake, right? Not a remaster, a remake, redo everything to make it just look better. I think it would just be cool because imagine like how Treno would look, right? In the night scene and everything it has with the lighting and stuff, like amazing city.
Yeah, a lot of potential. Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome. But I agree with you too. Like at the same time, I'm just like I'm fine. Like I can replay Final Fantasy 9 and it's okay. I think any Final Fantasy game, honestly speaking, outside of like the original NES ones, are replayable in their normal form. But yeah, that's Switch 2. I think all of us. So, does anybody here regret buying the Switch 2 at all?
Nope.
No.
Good. Is everybody hoping for a direct though?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to say, hey, it's going to happen in July. I'm going to be a bit more pessimistic and say, hey, they're probably going to come out with one like early August or something like that. So
I mean, I can see. I mean, end of July, early August. Like, I think we all agreed a while back that we thought that they wouldn't do a direct till after Bonanza. So
yeah, I agree with that.
It didn't make any sense for a direct to come out this week. The rumor was the 10th, right? But instead, it was the Ghost Yote state of play that got announced, which was funny. But yeah, I can see that not next week because Bonanza comes out, but possibly the week after, or if not that, after that, there's one more week in July, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so like the very end of July, or like you said, the first week of August, I can see that happening. Because I think they also want to let investors know what the future of the Switch 2 is. The investors were pressed, and they were asking questions because, A, they were talking about game key cards and how publicly and like on the social media and stuff, it's not being received well. Two, that all third parties are kind of pushing game key cards. Like they don't want to do cartridges. And the president did say that he is aware of the issue, and he is working hard to bring as many third-party games as possible to Switch 2 with big publishers and big names. This was part of like the investors' question. So like top investors get to go ahead and ask the president Furukawa like what games or just any question in general. And that was one of the questions that they had, which was kind of cool. So hopefully he's not lying, like he's not a Phil Spencer, and he's saying the truth, and he's actually working on bringing these games to Switch 2. Yeah.
I believe his words because like the guy is mainly business. and he wants to make money. So I'm pretty sure he will do what he needs to do to try to get all the games onto the Switch too. So I believe him.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and before we end the podcast, start talking about what we have been playing. Let's start with you, Bryant. I think you're the star today. Hence the gloves.
Yes, I have. Thanks for the homage.
Yeah.
I did Platinum Claire Obscure Expedition 33 short of 3 months ago, or short of the 3-month mark from when it came out. I think it came out end of April. And so we're getting to the middle of June, so it's just sort of short of 3 months. Again, I can't slobber over this game any more than I already have. Just that favorite game of all time. The Platinum was really challenging to get, very time consuming. It took me a couple weekends to really dive into the things that you have to get into in order to get the trophies that you need, grinding to level 99, beating the Endless Tower, beating this optional boss called Simon, who is impossible. I had to go on YouTube and look up like a good build to take him on, because you go in, even if you're maxed out, you go in without an optimized build, you're going to get wrecked. And there are just people that are smarter than me that understand how these kinds of battle systems work and how to really just break the game wide open and stuff. And even then, it was still challenging. The music, the graphics, the story, the aesthetic, the voice acting, the music. 10 out of 10. I'm so proud to get that platinum. Now it's on to Death Stranding 2, which I have been playing the past few nights just because after work I want something to wind down with, and Death Stranding 2 is very zen kind of, as James, I'm sure you can kind of attest to now you've been playing it for a while. I didn't want to, after work, long day of work, I don't really want to jump into Expedition, fight Simon, and like bang my head against the wall. I want to go deliver some packages, and so I've been playing that. I just unlocked the tricycle. I think, I don't know if you call it tricycle or whatever, but it's like a motorcycle. It's three wheels. So that's where I stopped the other night, because I knew that as soon as I got that, I was going to start going crazy with the deliveries, because once you unlock vehicles in that game, it's like a whole nother world. So I'm going to get onto that. I'm trying to think. Oh, I also bought Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. I loved Tony Hawk when I was growing up. Those games are really I didn't play much of 4, but 3 I played the heck out of. That came out in 2001. I remember I got it on GameCube when it came out, and I remember that's when I started cursing that small D-pad, is because it was a pain in the ass to do combos on and stuff. But yeah, it's aged well. They did a really nice job remastering it and everything. The music's great, and it's just a fun time. It's fun to get combos and get the goals and kind of live in the early 2000s again, and that kind of skater world and all the rest. So that's pretty much what I've been playing. And just to let you know, my camera's gonna go dark here in a couple minutes because I'm getting food, but I'll still be here. But anyway, that's what I've been playing.
No worries. Which is the Tony Hawk game that had Spider-Man in it?
I think that was 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay, because that's the only one that I played, and it was mainly because Spider-Man was in it.
Yeah, because Activision.
Yeah.
Was involved with it, yeah,
because they had the license to the Spider-Man games at the time. And I enjoyed it. Like, it was fun. I had a blast. I think I had it on PS2, because surprisingly enough, I was a bigger PS2 gamer than I was GameCube. Even though I owned a lot of GameCube games, the majority of the games that I got was like on PS2. Like, I had a entertainment center in my room, and then I had like my PS2 and GameCube
and the
next
Nook.
to each other.
You had the Nook.
Yeah, and I had the Nook. Well, that was PS1 days. So PS1, I had an N64 days, and then I digivolved into like the whole bigger TV with a entertainment center, and then I had the PS2 there, and my GameCube, and something else that I can't remember for some reason. I had surround sound too, which was kind of cool. Like, all this just came out once. I was like, whoa! And my dad's like, yeah, we're hooking you up. That was kind of cool. But yeah, cool. Fan, what have you been playing?
Obviously Hogwarts Legacy. I also booted up Super Mario Odyssey.
Nice.
Since Bonanza's coming out, like, I'd figured kind of get familiar with it.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, because I gotta prep myself for Friday.
Yes, you do, because we're not gonna lose this time. If he beats all 3 of us, then I'm quitting Nintendo gaming in general. Like, that's it.
Wow.
Like,
stakes are high.
Yeah. Stakes are high here. Ash, what about you?
Weather and Waves mainly for dailies and Seamless Resemblance, and then every now and then I'll like touch Clear Obscure Expedition 33. It's getting worse now because I had a coworker of mine that recently got into the game like 2 days ago, and is already on the final boss. Meanwhile, I'm still in Act 2, so I'm like, oh. And the reason why I even know that because my manager brought it up, and then when I asked my colleague about it, he's like, "Yeah, I'm at the final boss." I'm like, "Oh God!"
Hey, at least you're not James. You're getting there.
Yeah, like, I'm just like, what's happening to me? Like, what? Yeah, like I'm just like, what's happening to me? Like, what the heck? I just need to like focus mainly on Expedition 33, finish it, and I'm still enjoying the game. It's just I think what it is, I need to get over just lowering the difficulty because I did start the game on hard mode. I got to put it on normal mode and just go along with it. So I think that's what it is.
I think normal mode's a good challenge. It's like sincerely, like if you go to easy, I kind of judge people that go to easy mode because it's like if you just want to play easy,
do easy, and then you go to the accessibility mode and turn on auto parry.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. You might as well watch a movie then. I mean, come on.
Yeah. You know what game I actually had to move it to easy, because it was actually pretty tough in normal mode.
What?
Or maybe I did start at hard mode and I lowered it to normal. Jedi, what's the first one? Fallen Order?
Fallen Order. Yeah.
Okay.
Fallen Order.
Yeah, that one I remember losing like nonstop. And I was like, you know what? I just want to beat the game already. And I think I put it to like, I don't know if I started at normal and put it down to easy, or I started on hard and put it down to normal. I can't remember what I did.
I think you did hard to normal because the normal is Jedi Knight. That's the mode.
Okay, so maybe that's what I did. And
you might have had it on Jedi Master.
Yeah, because I know I had to lower the difficulty because I was dying a lot, and I was like, you know what? I just want to beat the game. I just want to go through the story and call it a day. Because it is a good feeling to finish a game, but sometimes I'm like, I have that pride. I'm like, no, like I won't lose to this. But at the same time, it's like I know myself that if I continue losing in a spot, eventually I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm not gonna play it no more. And I'll move on to the next game because I have a bunch of other games that, takes up my time there. So that's one thing. But it feels good to beat a game. Like beating Link's Awakening was nice. Beating Resident Evil Revelations was nice. Again, even though like they're not new games that I beat, but it was still nice nonetheless. I will eventually go back to Clair Obscur. I don't know when.
Yeah, I want to have a spoiler cast where we can kind of like talk about the story and spoilers and all that kind of stuff because it's really a special story. I really like it, and honestly, once you know kind of the whole truth of it, it opens up really interesting possibilities for like what the next game could be about and stuff. It definitely opens for like a franchise for sure.
Okay. Cool. That leaves what? Me? Yeah, leaves me, I guess.
Yep.
So games I've been playing. I don't remember now. No, Klonoa. I was playing Klonoa, right? Really good game. Highly recommend it. If you haven't played the Klonoa series, well, I think there's only 2 games actually. Play those 2 games. They're really, really fun. Wait for it to go on sale. It was $10 on the sale. So I think that's worth it. What else was I playing? Dahak GU, just because every now and then I get into this mode where I want to play Dahak GU again because it's just you're good.
I was gonna say, just correct you. There are actually 4 Klonoa games.
There is 4
Advance as well. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
And I did platinum that collection too. It's fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna continue that because it is a fun game. Like the platforming and the like concept. It's just a nice PlayStation platformer. I know that's technically not a genre, but like if PlayStation platformers just play different than like Nintendo platformers. So I do like that. But yeah, I was playing that. What else was I playing? Shoot. There was something else I was playing. I can't remember now. Oh, Unicorn Overlord. I picked that back up again. And I forgot how good it is. And it's just an amazing game. Another game I highly recommend. If you love tactical RPGs, Ash, definitely play Unicorn Overlord. It's
I already own the game physically already.
Okay.
No, I'm not done with the game. I already bought it. I just haven't played it yet.
Okay, no, it's 10 out of 10. That was my game of the year that year, and it's still is like I don't even know where I'm at. I know I'm like halfway through, but like I'm enjoying it, every bit of it. It's really fun. The whole combat, everything about it's just really, really good. And then what else? Suikoden 1 and 2 was playing that, or not 1 and 2. I was playing 1 and progressing slowly. Again, another PlayStation era. Like I've been on this weird like PlayStation era gaming spree because you have Dahak PS2 game, right? Klonoa, PS1 game, and then Suikoden 1 PS1 game. I've just been in like nostalgic for PlayStation style games that Sony just doesn't do anymore. So like yeah, I've been having a blast, taking me back to another part of my childhood that I don't usually revisit because PlayStation games are not the best to revisit. But these remasters make them definitely more accessible to play. So can't wait to continue playing those games.
I forgot to mention the other game I started like messing with was Trials of Mana and stuff because I bought the physical version of it, and when first booting it, I mean I haven't like really dealt with the Mana series at all, so Trials of Mana was my first one, and I'm like interesting. You could just literally make your own party based on like what characters you want to hang with and stuff. And of course they have their own unique abilities and stuff as their own because they're in their own class per se. But like, I just like the fact that you get to choose the main character and like follow their story. And I don't know what happens later on in the game because I'm still like part of the prologue or something like that. But I'm wondering how like main character, which I chose was Kevin, is going to meet up with the two other characters I chose. Hopefully they don't just pop in and be like, hi, how you doing? I want this to be something to where like somehow their stories like intermingle with his story or something like that. I hope it's probably not going to be that, but I don't know.
Yeah, it is kind of a side, like kind of like Octopath Traveler where you meet other characters and it's just like, oh, we met, you're my team, all right, let's go. It's kind of like that, yeah. You're not gonna have like it's huge story beats, but in this game it is kind of like that. Like there is a story when you meet the character, so there is like overlap and they talk and stuff like that. But then once they join your team, it's kind of at least where I'm at in Trials of Mana because I haven't beat it yet. But where I was at in Trials of Mana, which is pretty far, they haven't really said much. It's still the main character story that we're going through. So who's Kevin? Which one is that? That's the
he's the half beastman dude.
Oh, the main guy that's like on the front.
Yeah, he's like he's more of like a pugilist type of character and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like half beast, half human.
Okay.
Earlier in the story, he finds out that his father controlled him to kill his only friend and stuff, which I'm like, damn, that's effed up.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming after that he's gonna run away from home and try to like discover himself on like what he needs to do to take down his father or something like that for revenge.
Who did you choose as your other two characters?
I already forgot their names, but I know one of them is a little kid because I know that that little kid's probably going to be like the healer, and then there's another one that's like a sort not a mage, but I think she wields as like a spear, so she's like a ranged type of character or something like that. I forgot her name, but she wears all green armor, I think.
Okay, yeah, it's a spear. Yeah, she's not a mage. She's a melee person. Because I have her in my party, and then I have the mage girl who's the one who wears red. I have her,
I know what you're talking about.
And she has some healing abilities, but not a lot. But she's mainly like a black mage, basically. And then the other one, like I said, spear. And then I chose the thief guy. He's the guy that has like the daggers. Yeah. I chose him. His story is pretty neat. I do like his story.
The thing I like about this game is that it looks like there's ton of replay value and stuff. They want to incentivize you on going back, create a new party, choose a different main character, and experience their story. So I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and 60 FPS on the Switch 2 is nice. Like on the Switch 1. But going back and playing that, that was a good surprise to see that. So like it makes me want to finish that game for sure. Which is funny because I was going to buy it again on Steam just to have 60 FPS, but now that it runs 60 on Switch 2, it's like I don't need it on Steam.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and end the podcast right here. Does anybody got anything else to add before we end?
Probably.
No?
I'm trying to think of something, but no.
Yeah, anything to add, Brian? At all?
Brian's enjoying his food.
No, I don't think so.
No. Gotcha. So we'll go ahead and end it here. Appreciate everybody for joining. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch. Check out my new video. I have a video uploaded about Switch 2 and kind of like my more in-depth thoughts on the Switch 2. I did not mention any of the accessories in there because those will be individual videos. As you saw, like that video was 30 minutes. And part of me thought maybe I should have broken up the video into multiple parts. Because 30-minute videos I just think are too long for your average watcher on YouTube. So I'm gonna try to work on that to kind of hit the 15-minute mark maximum. Kind of like my older videos where they were like 15 to 18 minutes. I'm gonna try to lower that down so we're not
Trying to
getting
get under 20?
34. Yeah, under 20 for sure. Because I just think that's the sweet spot. My last few videos I know have been very long. I had my comeback video, it was like 40 something minutes, and then this one. So definitely want to work on that and make shorter videos so that people can enjoy it. Also probably gonna do more shorts because I think I can do like a lot more shorts and stuff. So keep an eye out on the shorts feed as well. I did want to give an update. We're probably never gonna stream to TikTok again because TikTok has a ruling now that you can't really stream multi-platform. So
Oh,
we're
that
not
sucks.
yeah, so we're not gonna stream to TikTok again because I have to stream on YouTube. YouTube is where the majority of my subscribers are. The majority of watches, views that we get for the podcast and the group stream are always from YouTube. So I am not gonna go ahead and stop streaming on YouTube just because TikTok doesn't want me to. So yeah, there's that. But we'll continue to do YouTube and Twitch as long as Twitch allows it. And if Twitch ever doesn't allow it, then it might just be YouTube only. So we'll see how that goes there. Don't forget to join us tomorrow. We'll be doing the race. It is me, Fan, and Nash versus Bryant in Super Mario 64, where we're going to play the 3D All-Stars version. And basically the way it goes is whoever gets 120 stars first wins. But there's a catch. Bryant is by himself, so he has to get all 120. Me, Fan, and Ash are together, so collectively we each have to get a total of 120. So it's not individually
So
120.
just 40 each.
Yep. So just 40 each and we win. Or mix and match, right? As long as we get to 120, that's all that matters. So we lost last time. What was the score last time, Bryant? You're on mute.
It was like 42 off. I beat you guys by like 42 stars.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. Was it 40? I thought it was more than that. Like
I don't have the tally in front of it. Yeah, it was something like that, 48 maybe or something.
Yeah, because I thought we had like 57 stars and you had 120. I thought that's what it was.
I'll look right now.
Yeah,
let's see.
Because I know it was pretty bad. I was very ashamed at that score.
Same here.
It's all because I kept doing the same level over. I spent I think an hour and like 10 minutes doing the same star without coming to a star. And I think Ash also got stuck in one spot and he kept doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
So when I ended, you were at 42, James, and Ash was at 36. So that would be 78. So whatever 120 is minus 78.
Okay. I thought we were at lower than that. Okay, so I feel a little bit better about myself. But I've practiced a little bit, so I think tomorrow will be a better. I think Brian would actually be challenged this time, and we have extra help with Fan. So he's going to be on the spot. Also, he's going to try to beat his record too. We'll put it that way too. You have to be your record. If it takes you longer than last time, then you lose automatically.
Okay, it was 3 hours.
I don't know about that part.
Why
you sure?
No, that's fine. Challenge accepted. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right. I feel like that's another handicap for him, but all right. Okay.
That's fine. He can do it. Hey, he plays Go ahead.
He plays it all the time. He knows where all the stars are.
He beats it
He's
every
got 900
day.
plus hours on the game.
That's fair. It's fair. Okay.
I appreciate you sticking your neck out there for me, though, Ash. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, if he played it like once every year, then I would say that's not fair. But he plays it every day. Did you not see him playing it earlier today? Like, he was playing it today.
I mean, so. he did call me on Discord, so
exactly.
He saw me practicing.
But anyways, appreciate everybody for joining us. Come hang out with us tomorrow. We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.